Are you tired of your business? You just hate running it? If so, that's perfect because I'm going to show you 4 tips that you can follow when you're hiring an ads agency that will burn tens of thousands of dollars and hopefully end your business. The first one, it's make sure you go with someone that has no track record of generating their clients financial results because you want to blow as much money as possible. How do you vet for this? Make sure they don't have any testimonials, reference, social proof, or screenshots from their clients. Or even better, make sure that they are new to running home service ads and don't know how to solve frequent problems like lead quality or optimizing for sales or even how to split test. The next thing is trust, right? You want to make sure that you give away all of your power when you work with an agency, right? That way they're more incentivized to get you better results. Again, this is if you want to end your agent to kill your company. First, make sure you go into a very long contract because there's zero risk. You might get a discount, and if you don't get results, you're trying to end your company anyway, so it doesn't matter. Make sure that they own your ad accounts, make sure that they own your website, your landing pages, and because you would not want to have any of the data that you paid for or to have any of the results or the ability to do what they were doing before. And the best thing you can do is make sure you only sign up because of a guarantee. If you hear a good guarantee, you should jump on it right away because the best agencies use ridiculous guarantees. They will make sure they honor it. And if that's the only thing you need to know before you buy, you can save time when you're vetting them too. It's perfect. The third one is going to be pricing. And there's a couple of ways to go about it. You can go for a really cheap option. However, if you want to kill your company quick, you should just make sure that you're spending a ton of ad spend because if you're only paying $100 per month, then you're not going to kill it that quick. However, think of it like this. Like if you're paying them like $500, $100 per month, they're going to have a lot of experience, a lot of skill, and for them to be able to pay their employees at such a cheap rate while being able to get results, that has to mean they're good at hiring, training, and systems. So bring them on. The next thing you can do is make sure that the agency gets paid first, right? At the end of the day, you want to make sure the management fee is a really high percent of the revenue they make. Even better, make sure it's a percent of the ad spend, right? Because let's say, for example, the agency makes you 20K off of 2K ad spend. You should be paying them 5K to manage it if you want to kill your company. And just ignore the return on ads number. It'll improve over time, right? It'll magically get better. And keep in mind that 10x return on ads you had that was scalable, it'll go to a 3.3x return, which for most home service companies, not too scalable. But it'll all work out, so don't worry. The last thing you should note when you're hiring a marketing agency is you want to make sure that you are a small fish in a big pond, right? If you've gone with some of those like the influencer agencies, you want to make sure that you're the smallest client they have. Ignore the fact that they mainly work with enterprise and billion-dollar companies. Your sub $5 million business is going to be their first priority and get the best team members out there. And the last tip you want to watch out for if you truly want to kill your business and you want to make sure you do this when you hire your ads agency is make sure the agency scales their fees with your ad spend because clicking a higher budget button is all they should be incentivized to do. You want to make sure that you avoid the people that talk about, oh, pay us more when we improve your business, increase the scope, or make you more money. That's not allowed because we're trying to end the business, right? But if for some really, I don't know why you'd want to do this, but if you want to be really weird and you actually want to hire an ads agency that will grow your business and make sure you don't get burned, you should do these 4 things. Firstly, obviously track record. If they can go through and they have verifiable results, references, case studies, social proof, even awards, that's great. But the big thing here, make sure they can solve any problems you think might come up and do some time to research this. And also, they should be able to tell you their game plan and how they've solved that problem in the past. If they can't, they don't know how to solve the problem, so don't go with them. The next thing, make sure you trust them. There's a number of different ways to do this. You want to make sure their incentives are aligned. People are snakes at the end of the day. You want to make sure you have an easy way to get out of any contracts and you don't suffer a lot of risk by going with them, right? Also, make sure that if you go from service to a different service, that the same thing applies. You don't want to get locked into 12 months of SEO because the first 3 months of ads worked really well. Different departments, different people doing it, who knows? Next thing, you want to invest wisely and make sure you're paying a fair amount for an agency, right? Every dollar that our agency makes goes into a couple of things. It goes into paying more for top tier talent, it goes into systems, operations, or there are some parts we have to do in our company, like we do have a marketing budget, we are try to be as efficient as possible, but you do have to understand the more you're paying for, the more hours that that agency can devote to your account and with better people, meaning you probably will get better results. Fourth, just make sure your incentives are aligned. Make sure they're not doing anything ridiculous like percent of ad spend, and that the more money they make or the more work they do, the more they get paid, because that's what's going to grow your business, right? And these are the 4 tenets we made when we started our agency last year. We mainly focus on improving lead quality because we've seen in the home service space that's kind of the biggest issue. We do a 20-day free management trial just to kind of show what we can do and to get an understanding on if we're a good fit to kind of work past then. We typically see results in the first couple of weeks, and we just want to make sure that we can both identify together what the bottlenecks are. It might be a bottleneck in the sales process. It might, more likely than not, it's going to be a bottleneck in the marketing process because we are going to have to test things that are going to make sure people are in a buying mode and they're in a buying mode right now so that you can close them. All you need to do when you work with us to start $50 per day in ad spend, it is pretty simple. If you are not satisfied, there's no obligations to continue. If you want to learn a bit more, you can go to our website, apply in the link below, and then you can schedule a call if it lets you, because if it does, we might... What the heck is this? What is this? This is weird copy. Oh my goodness, this AI copy is ridiculous. But again, if you want to schedule a call, go ahead and do it. And just a quick guide on how to fail when you're hiring a marketing home service ads agency. This is the actual stuff you should follow. This is the stuff you should do if you want to kill your company. So, hope you have a good one.